What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Live at 5. Today we're going to go over a little exercise and drill you guys can set up at home. Either on a mirror, preferably, so you guys can see it. Today we're going to do it in here on the matted wall, so there's no reflection and stuff from the cameras and everything. But all you're going to do is grab some athletic tape, and we're going to make like a little rectangle about the width of your body, right? About the body frame, and then a line down the middle as well. It's going to be a rectangle, and then split in half and a line down this way. Okay, so again, just kind of eyeball it. Go about head level. And athletic tape doesn't leave any residue or anything like that on the mirror once you take it off. And it's easy to come off, take on and off. All right, so that's about shoulder width, right? And then we're gonna make the line come all the way down. And you just need to bring the tape down to like your waist or like your knee. It doesn't need to come down all the way. Other side. All right, so that tape's going to represent like the frame of a body, right? So basically, frame. And if I turn around this way, my frame's kind of inside this square. I don't want my elbows to come up. I don't want my hands like dropping back, sticking out of this frame whenever I throw. I almost want to stay like a rectangle. I keep my body, my frame, my elbows tucked in. Every time my elbow comes up like this, when I go to throw a punch, that little sign is letting the opponent know that I'm about to strike. You know, and when you're at the elite level, the professional level, you guys have been doing it a long time, and you're in a ring with lights and a crowd. The guys know how to read these signs once you're at that level. So they'll look for the elbow coming up. They'll look for you shuffling your feet. They're looking for like a little hiccup before you guys throw and these kind of signs give it away, and basically you're communicating with the partner, telling you, hey, I'm going to try to hit you, which obviously you don't want to do. So again, this is going to kind of help you guys with your head movement and taking your head off that center line. I know that last class you worked on ducking and rolling underneath that line, that rope. This is a similar thing you guys can do while you guys face the mirror. And we're going to put a line down the middle to represent that lane to where you guys are punching. So all right, guys, so there you have it, kind of a little rectangle or whatever, you cut it off with the knees if you want. So when you guys are facing the mirror doing this, whenever you slip, just think about pointing your head towards an outside lane, right? So I'm going to kind of point I'm starting off squared, right? My shoulders are kind of lined up here. I want my head to go to this line, and this shoulder is going to go to that center line. So I'm going to slip and go here. See that small little adjustment? So my shoulder goes from this outside line, boom, now to this middle line. And my head just went from here to here, right? So small little movements, you know what I mean? So that's that lead slip. If I'm fighting a right-handed guy who's going to jab, and he hits that jab, that's a little slip that I hit. Primarily, this slip is going to be the majority of my slip, just this little dip. And again, keep your back foot on the ball of your foot when you guys do this. And this will allow you to, once you guys make that slip, my legs kind of spring loaded right here. So I can fire back with a cross, I can slip, come back with an uppercut, I can slip, fire a knee, I can slip, fire a kick. But again, keeping that back foot on the ball of your foot allows you to kind of slip. You can even come forward to the skip knee. But again, having your ball of foot and heel up is almost like having the hammer cocked back in the gun. You know what I mean? Instead of being flat-footed like this, it kind of keeps you more glued to the ground. And then the other slip, when you're slipping this way, boom, this is kind of to get out of the way of a big power shot, a big right hand. So again, if this guy's a right-handed fighter, his right hand's here, and he's going to club me with that big cross or that big overhand, I'm going to duck to the outside of his punch, right? You're never going to duck inside, okay? I'm firing a big right punch at the guy, and the guy slips this way, he's slipping right into my punch. You know what I mean? So you always want to slip outside, like, just think, get outside the guy's shoulder. You know what I mean? So normally guys run into a power cross off a jab. So whenever I go to jab, you're going to slip outside my shoulder. You know what I mean? This guy jabs, I'm going to slip here. He jabs, I'm going to slip here. So now I'm outside his shoulder. If he fires a jab and I slip inside, I'm going right in the path for his right hand. You know what I mean? And that's something you guys cover right away when you guys start training and, you know, getting to the higher levels, how to move your head, how to slip these punches. You know what I mean? So and when you slip, don't think about bending your spine so much, but more like pointing your shoulders, right? And when you point your shoulders, your head's naturally going to move, right? My head's just naturally going to move side to side just by me pointing my shoulders. I'm not going to bend my spine this way at all. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you guys can kind of just hang out in front and just practice just that right now, right? Picture a guy in front of you and just practice just that slip. Here, 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 right? Now, if you look at my feet, my lead leg is 12 o'clock, right? If my foot's turned in it all this way and it's tilted at that angle, which is it's pretty prevalent for boxers. Their style of fighting is a little bit different. The differences between kickboxing, Muay Thai, and boxing is that the biggest difference is they got shoes on, right? Boxers all wear shoes, so they don't got to worry about kicks and stuff like that. So they can get away with having their foot at that little angle like this, you know? If they want to feel like they want to get more spring in their punches and turn over for a cross, but, right? Fighting a kickboxer, you can't have that happen. You got to be able to have this leg stay screwed up so you can turn and block and check. Also a good thing for having your toes squared up 12 o'clock is now I can slip this way a lot more. I can slip up, you know, if I'm here, yeah, sure I can slip out this way. I'm sure I'm safe. You can play that, you know, that Mayweather slip this way, does that check hook, and you can kind of tuck your chin behind your shoulder. But, you know, in MMA and kickboxing, you can't do that leaving your leg planted because it's going to get kicked and taken off. So I can't really slip this way. It's kind of hard for me to slip to my lead side with my foot in that position. You know what I mean? So boxers will do more of a slip and then a roll to get to the other side. Boxing is a lot more rolls involved because, again, they don't got to worry about the knees. They don't got to worry about the kicks, the elbows, the takedowns. So they can get away with more slipping and rolling. MMA, it's more efficient with just more slips. So again, having your lead leg 12 o'clock will allow me to slip to that lead side a lot more. Now I can get a lot more power from this position here, as opposed to having my toe more like 2 o'clock, and I'm kind of winding up this way. You know what I mean? Look at that posture. I'm kind of going against the grain a little bit. You know what I mean? When I have this foot 12 o'clock, okay, now it's allowing me to turn out this way. Now I can get a lot more power by turning my hips, turning my frame over. You know what I mean? So making sure you're in the right position from the feet up is super, super important. And I tell everyone, whenever we're moving around out here with guys or in the class, or even if you're just holding pads, doing pad work, always practice that. Always practice having your lead toe 12 o'clock, right? And always kind of point at his chest. So if he's moving, I'm moving my foot as well. Think about like the bow on a ship, right? Wherever that bow is pointed, that's where the sail's gonna, you know, drive the boat. So you're gonna always adjust that, always adjust. You're never really gonna be planted. You're always gonna be constantly adjusting that foot. You know, just like you're out in the open ocean and you're gonna change that bow, redirect the sail to go where you want the boat to go. You're always gonna make constant adjustments, you know what I mean? And that's all basic stuff. And Because you're never going to be taught to throw in any kind of combination from like a compromised position. You know, if a guy's getting an angle on me and he's circling out this way, we're never going to teach a combination. Oh, you're going to fight like this. No, you're going to always square up first. Okay, now we're engaged. Now we're going to fight. You know what I mean? So covering the basics first is just with that, just that moving around. You know what I mean? So you guys can almost like put something on the ground. You know, use my water bottle and just practice just that right now. Just circling around your and any kind of object, right? Just kind of moving around, keeping that lead toe at 12 o'clock. My back foot's on the ball of my foot. So every time I adjust my lead foot, I'm adjusting my back leg as well. You know what I mean? It's more like a step drag. I'm stepping my lead leg and going this way, and I'm sliding the ball of my foot. I'm not going to be flat-footed. I'm not going to step drag like this. I'm not sliding the flat of my foot across the mat. That's too much friction. You know what I mean? Again, when you're back on the ball of your foot, almost like slide the ball of your foot while you guys circle around. So even just doing this is a good drill. You're sitting down in your base, you're sitting down in your stance, you're keeping your back leg like a spring and just kind of get used to moving around like that. Maybe go all the way around and back the other way. Again, now we're going this way, so you're going to step and then readjust your other foot and drag. So step drag, step drag, step drag, or step slide, step slide, step slide, step slide, right? And then back the other way, step slide, step slide, step slide, step slide. Or you guys can add in the drill, whenever you switch directions, right? If we're going this way, just give me one slip the other way and then back the other way. You know what I mean? So step slide, step slide, step slide. I want to switch, so I'm going to slip and then switch. Right, so a good basic little warm-up for you guys that are just starting off to get used to doing this as well. So you're going one direction. Before you switch, we're going to slip and then switch directions, right? So again, stepping with my opposite leg, whatever direction you're moving to, you're going to step that leg first and then adjust the other one. So step drag, step drag, step drag, step drag, slip, other way, step drag, step drag, step drag, step drag, slip, other way. Okay, and then we can also add punches to that. So we'll do this like as like a warm-up for the class or whatever. I'll put like a cone or something in the middle of the mats and have the guys rotate around. So again, we'll start off rotating to the left. And then when I say go, we're going to slip and then hook, cross, right? And then back the other way. So step drag, step drag, step drag, step drag. And now when I say slip or fire, we're going to slip this way and then come back, cross, hook, and then go the other way. Right now I'm kind of just making a U so you guys can stay, I can stay in the line of sight for you guys. All right, so step drag, step drag, step drag, we're moving. Fire, slip, hook, cross, and then back the other way. Adjust, step drag, step drag, step drag. Fire, slip, cross, hook, switch. Step drag, step drag, step drag, slip, hook, cross, other way. Fire, slip, cross, hook, other way. Fire, slip, hook, cross, other way. Slip, cross, hook. Now we'll change the punches up. So now of this slip, instead of going slip, cross, hook, we'll slip, uppercut, hook. Right? So slip, uppercut, hook, and then back the other way. Fire, instead of this slip, coming back, hook, cross, we're going to slip and go uppercut, cross, and then back the other way. Fire, slip, uppercut, hook, switch. Fire, slip, uppercut, cross, switch. Fire, slip, uppercut, hook. Fire, slip, uppercut, cross. Fire, slip, uppercut, hook. Fire, slip, uppercut, cross. If you guys want to add to that even, we can go, after that cross, we can go slip, slip, and then roll, and then keep moving, right? And then on this side, fire, we slip, uppercut, hook, slip, slip, roll, and then move. So we're gonna add 2 slips and a roll to the 2 punches, or I'm sorry, to the slip 2 punches. So that every time you fire It's gonna be a slip, 2 shots, a slip, slip, and a roll. And then we're going to the other side, okay? So we'll pick it up right here, fire, slip, hook, cross, slip, slip, roll, and then move. This side, slip, cross, hook, slip, slip, roll, and then move. Fire, slip, hook, cross, slip, slip, roll. Fire, slip, cross, hook, slip, slip, roll. Remember that slip roll is the same thing we did on that class on Tuesday, right? When you slip, you're not really bending your knees. It's that same one we did with the tape. Oh crap, the tape fell. So this will stick a lot easier on the glass of the mirror. Actually, it's kind of a crappy surface on the mat, but I want you guys to be able to see this. All right. Yeah, you guys get that, you know with that, right? Just kind of slipping side to side. And when you guys punch, you're gonna aim for that center line, right? So then go punch, slip, and come back to the cross, right? So all your punches are gonna target this middle lane. When I switch my head's gonna slip out to that outside lane. So a real easy combination is a jab, slip, hook, cross. So that jab, aim for that center line, slip, my head comes off this center line, come back, hook, and then cross. So on the pads, when I run that, I call one slip. One slip is a jab, slip, hook, cross. Going forward, jab, slip, or one slip, it's a jab, slip, hook, cross. You get on the tape, jab, slip, hook, cross. Okay? And then the 2 slip is the other side, it's a cross. And then we slip, and then come back, cross, hook. Again, all my punches are aimed for that center line. When I slip, my head's going to this outside lane. Again, cross, slip, cross, hook, one slip, jab, slip, hook, cross, 2 slip, one slip, 2 slip, one slip. Okay, then we can add those together. We can go, so I'll call out 1 slip, 2 slip, and then let me add them together. So 1 slip will be jab, slip, hook, cross, and from off that cross, right, slip into the other side, and then come back, cross, hook. So 1 slip all the way through, the jab, slip, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook. Again, jab, slip, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook. Again on the tape, jab, slip, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook. Again, one more time, jab that center line, jab, slip, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook. All right, so that's that 1 slip, 2 slip. And then you guys can reverse that one, and we'll go 2 slip, 1 slip. So it's kind of starting the other side. But 2 slip, 1 slip is you're starting with the cross, slipping, and then cross, hook, and then slip to the lead side and come back, hook, cross. So again, 2 slip, 1 slip, cross, slip, cross, hook, slip, hook, cross. All right, on the tape, here we go. 2 slip, 1 slip, 2 slip, cross, hook, slip, hook, cross. Again, 2 slip, 1 slip, cross, slip, cross, hook, slip, hook, cross. 1 slip, 2 slip, 1 slip, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook. 2 slip, 1 slip, cross, slip, cross, hook, slip, hook, cross. 1 slip, 2 slip. 2 slip, 1 slip. 1 slip, 2 slip. 2 slip, 1 slip. Okay, and you guys can obviously change up the punches. Instead of their crosses, you can make uppercuts, or instead of the hooks, you guys can make uppercuts. So we can go uppercut, slip, uppercut, hook, slip, uppercut, cross. You know what I mean? Again, all right, we go cross, slip, uppercut, hook, slip, uppercut, cross. So you get all the punches involved. Again, so we'll go cross, that's 2, slip, and then uppercut, hook, slip, lead uppercut, cross. Again, throwing all those different angles. Again, cross, slip, uppercut hook, slip, uppercut cross on the tape. Like in an uppercut, it's that center line, right? All your punches are aiming for the center line this way. That's where the guy's chin is at. Right? You guys can even draw a circle and make a circle for the head and then a smaller circle for the chin or whatever, like the size of like a tennis ball. So again, cross, slip, uppercut hook, slip, uppercut cross. Again, cross, slip, uppercut hook, slip, uppercut cross. And then one slip, we'll go jab, slip, lead uppercut cross, slip, uppercut hook. Jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. All right, so going forward, jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Again, jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Other side, 2 slip, up hook, slip, up cross. Again, cross, slip, up hook, slip, up cross. Other side, jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Again, jab, slip, up cross, slip, up hook. Right. So that's like a good stationary drill you guys can do. The combination of both of these with this on the mirror, you guys are standing still and just rotating from the hips up and then turning around, getting your feet moving with those slips on here. That's like a great combination of exercises you guys can do while keeping a good guard, while keeping a good frame. Now when I move my feet on this drill, I'm still keeping that same frame in mind with this rectangle here. Just because I move my feet doesn't mean I bring my elbows out and I flatten my base. No, I still stay upright. I'm still staying in a good postured stance. I'm gonna go back to where we left off. So slip, cross hook, slip, slip, roll, and then turn. Fire, slip, hook, cross, slip, slip, roll. Fire, slip, cross hook, slip, slip, roll. Fire, slip, hook, cross, slip, slip, roll. And whenever you guys do your slips, your guard is up this way, right? I'm either looking right underneath my gloves, my hands are up here with my eyebrows, or my hands are down this way. I'm looking over the top here, right? Here or here, right? When I slip, that guard is up. My guard is up. So jab, slip, or cross, slip. You know what I mean? Especially when you roll, you want your guard up this way. You don't want to be rolling like this with your hand down. I mean, if you're gonna roll in MMA or kickboxing, you better have your guard up, because once you do it one time, that guy knows it's a habit of yours. He's gonna bait you to roll. You know what I mean? You're gonna show the hook, you're gonna roll, and he's gonna hit a knee on you. And even if you have your guard up, if the guy runs a full blast knee, a lot of times that knee will go right through your guard. You know what I mean? So just be conscious and aware of that whenever you guys are changing levels, dropping low. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, it's more of a tall man sport. You know what I mean? You watch any like high caliber kickboxers, whether it's Dutch style, American kickboxing, or Muay Thai fighting, both guys are staying up tall. You know what I mean? Their postures are upright. They're trying to come over the top or block or go through their opponent. They're not really trying to play this ducking game this way. They might step off to the side and come in. That's rare. You don't really see much movement in these Thai fighters. A lot of them it's more like a clashing, right? A lot of the strikes are narrow. They stay within this rectangle. You know what I mean? And so a lot of push kicks, punches, elbows, spinning shots, even their spin attacks, their frame is just coming right off the top and down the middle here. Right, they're gonna set you up here and come over the top here, but they're still, even though I'm doing a spinning elbow, my posture is still pretty linear, right? I'm not stepping this side doing this big wide motion like this. You see MMA guys with that, where they're really based out and they're wide, but high level kickboxers, Thai fighters are more linear. They implement this rectangle posture, you know what I mean? So between these two, it's a great exercise you guys can do at home, without even much space, you know what I mean? And then if you guys have a ladder, you guys can, whether you have a ladder or if you guys want to make a ladder with the tape at home, you can do that, and that'll be like 3 different stations, you know what I mean? You guys can do like 3-minute rounds, 3 minutes at each station. Have that ladder on the ground, and we'll do different ladder drills, 3 minutes, and then boom, we'll go back over here, moving around the cone or the bottle for 3 minutes, and then we'll go back over here to the frame. Let's move on there for 3 minutes. And again, if you guys are just starting this, you want to use just those basic exercises we use for that, go ahead. So that one slip, again, it's a jab, slip, hook, cross, right? And you can exchange the jab, slip for an uppercut cross, or the other side, cross, slip, cross, hook, or cross, slip, up hook, right? If you guys don't have a ladder and you want to just run some drills, kind of just put a tape line here in front of you this way. There's a couple different drills you guys can do as far as like footwork and conditioning goes and fast twitch stuff. So you can go, okay, the first shot I go like 30 seconds as fast as you can, going your feet over and back behind that line on the ball of your feet, right, as fast as you can this way. The 30 seconds, after about 20 seconds, going full throttle, you start to decline. And like those fast-paced like speed drills, they're meant to be done fast. It's fast twitch. So you want to perform fast twitch. If you're trying to do a fast twitch movement and you start doing it slowly, you'll literally change or morph your fast twitch muscle fibers into slow twitch muscle fibers. It's a pretty fascinating concept, actually. It doesn't happen in reverse. You cannot change slow twitch into fast twitch, but you can change fast twitch into slow twitch. And you don't want that for a fast twitch sport, you know what I mean? And it's huge. So the concept of training at the speed of sport is a very intelligent concept and one that I try to stick with. I picked it up from the Marinovich brothers, working with years with them and with BJ Penn, and I hired Tom Marinovich to be my conditioning coach back when I was in the UFC for a few fights. And if you don't know Tom Marinovich, you guys can look him up. I think he played for the Raiders, but phenomenal football player. I think he was drafted to the NFL like off the streets. He wasn't even coming out of college, but his dad was such a good conditioning coach. They had him standing on like these PCV pipes while he was in a crib. Like before he can even stand up, they had him as a baby, like holding onto the side of the crib, but standing on these big fat like PCV pipes. So you can stay on top. So you would imagine doing that, having the balance on that, right? Imagine having two of them and standing and being able to get up on the ball of your foot without falling off, and then walking forward on them, and then moving back. What happens is your toes literally spread out and then grab the pole, or the pipe. So you're sitting on top of the pipe with the ball of your feet, and your toes actually was gripping it. And their whole concept was they train all their athletes barefoot because we're born barefoot, right? We're barefoot human beings, and I think that kind of conditioning, that kind of intelligent training is very applicable to what we do in mixed martial arts because, again, we're barefoot. It's a barefoot sport. When you guys go out there and fight underneath the bright lights, you guys don't have shoes on. So you got to train, with that concept in mind. And just little things like that you'll implement with the ladder drills and with these drills where you guys are over the line going forward and back. For you guys that are avid readers, I highly suggest you guys read a book called Born to Run. Fascinating book. I read it twice many years ago, and it's a brilliant book. It's called Born to Run. The title of the book is like the world's greatest race the world never heard about. And the book is about this tribe in the hills of Mexico, and they took one of these tribesmen, they put him in a race against the U.S.'s cross-country gold medalists and other countries' gold medalists, and on a high terrain cross-country run, and it was for hours. This man smoked everyone in the race, including our gold medalists, by over an hour, and he did it in a pair of moccasins, right? So you got all these athletes that are sponsored by freaking Nike, Adidas, all these brands, wearing all these high quality shoes. This man, who's a human being just like the rest of us, wore a pair of moccasins and was able to freaking dust, Olympic level athletes. Like, it's fascinating. The book is about human potential. And so if you guys are interested in human potential and what the human body is capable of, this book, Born to Run, it's brilliant. It's fascinating. They study these tribesmen, and these people can hunt down deer with a blade in their mouth. They'll literally put a knife in their mouth and just track down deer and catch deer. I don't know. I don't think I could be able to catch a deer. I'll try. I don't know how much faith I got in actually catching it. I don't know how long I can keep that pace. I'm able to catch up. I don't know how long I can keep it. These humans are able to, they play this game where they stay up all night, the night before, drinking this like corn mead. It's like alcohol they make out of fermented corn. And so they'll get drunk off this drink, party, stay up all night, and then they'll show up to the starting line of this race. And they'll all get there on the starting line of this race, pissed drunk from the night before, and then go. When they start racing, they take off, and that race, they sprint faster than any of us can sprint, and they do it for 24 to 48 hours. Okay, full-blown sprint, harder than we can do, for 24 to 48 hours. Like, what is that? I mean, that's mind-blowing. That's like true human potential. Think about if every single human was able to do that. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. It's fascinating. We really are a superhuman species. All of us are. And we've been bamboozled, honestly, since birth to think that we're a sick, broken species, and we're not. And it's crazy. So when people tell me, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, and oh, you're just this because of your diet, this, that, that's all bullshit. People have no clue what they're capable of. You know what I mean? And the powers that be go through great lengths to make sure that we don't find out what we're capable of as a species. Because if every single human was aware of their potential and what we're all capable of, this little game that they've seen to pull the wool over our eyes, that game will get the lights shut off like a switch. You've all seen that meme out there of everyone that it has people on their backs like this, and you see these deep state power players playing a game of chess on our backs, and all these people do is realize that they're at a table and they stand there like this, you know what I mean, and their game falls on the ground. It's literally a brilliant, beautiful picture of exactly what's going on with us as a species. And when you read books like Born to Run, and you read about the humans that are in that, the stuff they accomplished, it's fascinating. It gives you a completely different look at how you view yourself and the rest of us as a species. And that's what I love about martial arts. I think martial arts, we're at the leading cutting edge of human potential. You know what I mean? You get everyone from being a house mom to a construction worker to an elite level collegiate athlete coming in here on these mats and all sharing the mat space and chasing after their human potential, all as individuals, whether you want to be a champion in an elite promotion, or whether you just want to lose 20 to 50 pounds and become a better version of yourself, or to build confidence, you know what I mean? And it's brilliant. It's a beautiful thing. And that's why I always say I think martial arts is as spiritual as it gets when it comes to sports. You know what I mean? I think it's called martial arts for a reason, and it's as spiritual as it gets when it comes to sports. So sorry guys, I kind of went off on a rant there. But going back to that same concept about what we're capable of as far as building yourself up from the feet up. You got that one drill, you're going forward and back this way. Try to do just 30 seconds. After 20 seconds, you'll see yourself start to decline. If you want to just cut it off at 20 seconds, that's cool too. We'll do that for like warm-ups and stuff when I'm pushing the pro practice in here. And then you guys can also go sideways, right? We can go on the ball, you're going sideways like this, full speed, full speed, full speed. Again, 20 seconds, boom, you'll start to decline, and then cut it off. And if you guys want to make a square even this way, like an X or like a cross, you guys can make, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go like this, so we'll go A, B, C, D, or back up to A, and then back the other way, D, C, B, A, right? So hit all 4 squares like this around the circle, kind of like you're going clockwise and then counterclockwise, you know what I mean? Here, 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 here. Or you can break that up and you can go, okay, just one direction, 20 to 30 seconds as fast as you can, and then the rest can recover. And then other way, 20 to 30 seconds as fast as you can to recover. When you're doing these drills, recovery is super important. You want to be fully recovered so that when you do the drills, when you're doing the fast twist drills, you're able to go full speed. If you're too tired and you're still recovering from the last set and you're trying to do these fast twitch movements, boom, that's when you start programming your fast twitch muscle to be slow twitch. Okay, so don't be afraid to rest. When you're hitting a bag, trying to build your lung VO2 capacity, strengthen your lungs, that's when you want to be whaling the bag and cutting your recovery time less and less. But for these drills, when you're doing fast twitch stuff, man, it should be fun. It should be like a game. Go ahead and recover. And Another one you guys can do with that string line is go ahead getting in your stance, and then just practice jumping up, switching your stance here. Right, so again, you're leaving your lead leg 12 o'clock, your back leg on the ball of that foot, okay? So your back leg is almost, if you're in the southpaw, your back leg's like 11 o'clock or 10:30, and your lead leg's 12, right? And then when I switch my stance, the angle switches, right? My lead leg stays 12, this moves back about 132, right? And just switch, 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 switch. Right, because then you guys can start adding in punches. We can run that switch blitz. You know what I mean? So, or you guys can just add the punches in just from there and practice just that switch, 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 switch. When you guys get messed up doing this one, just stop and then put your cross hand out and go, okay, now I start from right here. So whatever hand is in the back, that's the hand that's out, just like you're doing a cross. Now I'm going to jump up, switch my stance, boom, cross out this way. Right, then switch, switch. Also a little detail, I don't want to leave my head in this line right here. What I'm doing, I don't want my head to be perfectly straight. Try slipping your head to that side just a little bit whenever you fire that cross hand. Right, then switch, 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 switch. Right, keeping that back leg on the ball of your foot, keeping your lead leg 12 o'clock. On this one, my base is kind of low, okay? I don't want to come up too upright when I do this. I'm switching kind of low, low. That switch blitz. Again, that's more like an MMA move. You don't really see too much of that stuff in Thai fighting or Dutch style American kickboxing. When guys see this big switch and a blast, guys will just shield up, cover up, or they'll just kind of get out of the way. You know what I mean? Or they'll come forward and slam an elbow into your head. So just be aware of that stuff. There's different style moves according to the rule set of the fight game, whether it's kickboxing or boxing or MMA. So I think that's about it for today. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with stuff. Go home. Again, you guys get a mirror, put that tape line up. For you guys that are just tuning in, we have that tape up like this. Sorry, it keeps falling down. If we did it in the mirror, you guys would be able to see Manny's ugly face in the background, so we came in here and did it on the mat. So again, just like that, right? That represents the line that you guys are going to hit and the line that you want to take your chin off of, right? The longer your head stays in that lane, the more option they have of hitting you. So you always want your head zigzagging, taking off that lane, right? And then we can even start moving our feet, right? We can start moving side to side and then start slipping as we're moving, right? And that's how you guys want to move. Whenever you guys are moving, stalking your opponent, you want to be constantly moving like this, right? We don't want you to be going back in a straight line. And the majority of guys in MMA, they're like this. They're in a straight line. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, come get it, come get it. You know, I'm going to wait for an exchange from the flyer. And they have this like tough guy mentality about it. Instead of kind of relaxing and getting in that flow, and kind of just relying on that flow state. You know what I mean? And the fighters that are able to implement that flow state, guys like Sean O'Malley, you see the levels and degrees between them and everyone else. Muhammad Ali, you know, the best to ever do it. A brilliant footwork artist. You know what I mean? The way that guy moved was years ahead of his time, decades. You know what I mean? And so implementing that head movement while you guys move is key. You've been taking the head off that center line, just like that rope we did on Tuesday. Even that taking that rope away, just kind of moving your head side to side as you guys stalk, and then moving back. Constantly taking the head off that center lane, right? And then when I move my head, I'm also like drawing my shoulder back. Just like if you have a bow, and you're drawing that bow, you draw, draw, draw. It's a full draw every time you slip. So it's the draw is my shoulder back, ready to fire. The draw is my shoulder back, ready to fire. Instead of just going like this, right? You're not kind of teetering side to side this way. Right? I don't want to get caught in a compromised position here, right? I can't really throw a significant anything like this, right? A lot more efficient if I'm this way and come across. I mean, so your frame is everything. So all that stuff, the rectangle with the tape on the mirror, grab a cone or a water ball or whatever, practice those circles and the slips and the switches. And then that ladder drill, doing a couple of those ladder drills and those foot speed drills where you're going side to side, forward and back, and then circles. That's all stuff you guys can be doing at home while we're on this this bogus lockdown. And when you guys get back, you'll be better versions of yourselves, and we're able to pick up and hit the ground running when you guys get back. You know what I mean? Instead of feeling sorry for yourself and playing the victim card and, oh, this sucks, there's not much I can do. Man, screw that. Wherever you are, there you are. All you need is yourself and a positive mindset to get a good workout in and to become a better version of yourself. So when this thing is all up, let's hit the ground running. I think this team is going to be the team that sets the bar as far as coming back, making a splash in all the UFCs. So far, we've had every guy that's fought perform and win and get finishes. So lockdown or no lockdown, just make the best of it. I mean, that's all of us can do is make the best of it and take care of yourselves. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday for the next Live at 5. Thank you guys for joining.